All right. Just gonna have this on for a bit. Looks like a pretty funky sunrise going down here in the fog. Just coming into a little community called Bird's Corner. Oh, a deer's hobbling across the road. 2 deer, whitetails, just by that van. Cool. Oh, Mama's still right by the road, making sure the baby's got across. I think I'm just gonna put this on pause, so just don't get so freaked out. Here, I'm gonna take you through the community of Bird's Corner. And we might even get the odd blast of the sun trying to beat off the fog here, who knows? Oh, it looks pretty. Hot diggity dog, that looks so nice up there. You're not seeing it nearly the way I am, but it's quite nice. Hot diggity dog, that is beautiful. Holy Hannah. All right, gonna take you, just on my left is the high school for this area. High school. I don't know, maybe it's beyond high school, but it's that anyways. All right, now we're getting into Bird's Corner proper. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. The sun's gonna be blowing right down the middle of the camera here. Way cool, way. Ain't that pretty? We're on Highway 104. Okay, right now we're coming up to Bird's Corner. It's a little gas station / little convenience store with a little restaurant in the back that I used to go to. Really don't anymore. Just all got a little bit too weird for me. Alright, that's it. Now technically, Bird's Corner goes on for many more kilometers, but it ain't part of really Bird's Corner. I would say we're still in Bird's Corner proper here, just for a little bit more. It's actually sort of a dilapidated little community. It's unfortunate. Go back 60 years, it was probably quite pretty. Just run down, falling down, stuff like that. I'm hoping to catch a little bit more of that funky sun here, but maybe the joy's over. I'm just gonna doggies, I'm just gonna let it go. No, I'm just gonna pause it just for a sec. So now the sun is sort of behind the hills just because of where we are. Just popping up on my almost 90 degrees straight out my window on the side window. Beautiful to look at. Too bad you can't see it. What do they say? Nana nana boo boo? Alright, anyways, there's probably no more point in keeping this camera running. We're coming into Keswick. Unless I happen to see a real great area. I think I went by all the good ones to flash the camera outside. Maybe there's one here. Whatever. Have a good day! Alright, we are just coming into the little community of Keswick. Sounds kind of British or Scottish, doesn't it? Doubtless it is. Nope. The wind is fogging up on me. My winder's fogging up. Alright. Here we are in Keswick. There's a little strip mall just off to my right. You won't see it. But in that strip mall, There's a little bakery that's open right now. I can see that. That's where I buy all my, not all of them, that's where I buy a lot of my cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns. That's what I had for breakfast, to fry up a cinnamon bun and to go sit in the garden. Okay, so starting at that mall is where I walked into town. So just like a 2-minute walk from where we are right now. So let's just, for fun, we're heading into Fredericton. So this is the walk I went on. The entire walk was on the right side of the car, the highway. And the trail, it's an old railroad bed, and it sort of snakes right by the highway and then away from the highway, follows the river, St. John River, which is just to my right. So why don't you join me as we take a trip from Keswick to St. John, from Pike St. That's way far away. Fredericton, the capital city of New Brunswick, Canada. Going into Fredericton. Right now you can't see none of it, but I'm looking at the St. John River. Part of it. There's a big island here too, so I'm seeing one arm of it, one leg of it, whatever you call it. One kidney. So come sometime this fall, I want to walk this again, this whole distance. I think it's like 10 kilometers, or I don't know what it is. Something like that. It's only a 2-hour walk if you're not pushing it too hard. Just a nice pace. But what I want to do, maybe in October, when the leaves start turning, I'd like to do it in September too. But in October for sure, some beautiful morning in October, talk the wife into going for a walk with me. Oh good, we're going to get into the sunshine here again now. There's a little bit of fog. Not too bad on the fog though. It was worse towards Bert's Corner. A couple kilometers from our place, it got a little bit thick. Nothing serious. Well, there's a garage going in just on my right. They've been waiting forever. Now I see the garage package is there. The concrete slab got poured quite a while ago. I bet that'll go up by the end of this week. So as you can tell, this is all very foresty here. Unless you cut down a tree, in New Brunswick, there's a tree growing pretty much anywhere you stand. Could be one of multiple kinds of trees. Lots of hardwoods, large variety of hardwoods, and a lot of conifers too, varying types. Very pretty, if you like bush. Too bad this camera wasn't pointed a little bit to the right. So on occasion you can see the St. John River, or even the trail. The trail is just behind this guardrail, in fact. Just on the other side of it. Alright, we're coming up to, kind of shrouded, just on the left side of the highway, shrouded in the cloud. That's called Curry Mountain. And it's got some massive trees on it. Like, were they maples and pines, or who knows what they are. Some kind of conifer anyway. And so there's a nice trail up there, and it doesn't look like much from the highway, but when you start walking up, you realize it's quite a hill going up there. Beautiful trail. Just, it's only a, I don't know, maybe a 10-minute walk to the top. Maybe, something like that. But it's well worth the time. I only did it recently. So at this stage here, the trail's off to the right a bit, but it was the prettiest part of the trail. It was a little bit away from the highway, so you couldn't hear the vehicles. And then it pops out into this very expensive housing kind of complex here. Little acreages with very big, expensive, lavish homes. And from here on out, the trail just follows the road, pretty much hugs it more or less the same distance all the way in Fredericton. It's a nice greenhouse we go to just on the right here. We're in what's called Douglas right now, but really Douglas is just an extension of Fredericton. Just another community within the city. Opened up my windows a bit. Just over 8 minutes into this video, and nearing the end of the walk I had anticipated, but because it went too fast, I ended up kept on walking for another hour and a half afterwards. So right here is where I would have stopped, and that's 8.5 minutes. Well, 8.5 minutes of driving is 2 hours of walking. A little less probably, because I sort of poked around a bit, took an alternate route at one point. So though I didn't stay on this road, I'm still coming the distance that I'm driving. I'm just walking on another road, well, the trail actually. The trail continues, but it's off to the right. And then when I was done the distance going forward, I had to turn back and walk back to that initial reference point where I caught a ride back to my car. I'll tell you, my feet were some sore at the end of all that. I figured it was about 16 kilometers and about 3.5 hours thereabouts time from when I started to when I got my ride. Just had a pair of sandals on, but they were pretty good soles on them. I don't even know if I can get in here. I better go up to the next one. But right here on this overpass, that's how far I walked from the beginning until that point. I'm just going to put it on pause for a minute here. Alright, just going to close off this 3-part video. Oh, dang it. Oh, good. I'll be alright. Just hit their turn. Alright, my last leg in. I had to go grocery shopping. Crossing one of the two bridges that divides North and South Fredericton. Looks like I'm not coming at a very bloody good time. It's like heavy traffic. Maybe I could sneak in here. Heavy traffic. I don't usually come in this time exactly. So now I've got to sneak into this lane. Very, very beautiful city. And you're not seeing much of it. From here I can see the legislative building just off to my left. There, we just crossed the St. John. So I'll just keep this running right up to my work site maybe. No, we'll call this good. Have a great day, or whatever time of day it is.